So Emily and I have made it down to the sculpture garden, and as you can see, there are hundreds and hundreds of dandelions. There's some beautiful flowering trees up in the back there. That's my jacket laying in the middle of the field of dandelions because I was sitting over there. So you'll see that there's some really pretty little purple flowers here amongst the dandelions. And this is called gill of the ground. Gill of the ground is a type of ground cover that comes up in the spring. And as you can see, it spreads quite a bit, as do these wonderful dandelions. Now, as I mentioned before, dandelions are a flower, and they are very important food for the bees. And we're going to come down, as there's a little guy working hard on this one right here. See if I can find him. Oops, there he is. And whoop. And off he goes to another little dandelion. Let's see if we can see him again. So dandelions are food for the bees and the butterflies very early in the spring. And they require the nectar and the pollen to survive. So right now there are a lot of very frustrated grown-ups saying, why do I have all these dandelions on my lawn? Well, dandelions actually are not just one flower, but they are made up of 150 to 250 florets, individual flowers, very similar to the sunflower. Remember when we looked at sunflowers back in the fall, and we looked at the tiny little florets in the middle of that flower? Well, dandelions are related to sunflowers. And in the evening, as the sun goes down, all of these beautiful yellow fluffy flowers are going to close up. They close up when it starts to get dark, and then they start to reopen as the sun comes up in the morning. And sunflowers do a similar thing. The sunflowers will turn their head and follow the movement of the sun throughout the day. Now, these dandelions are in the aster family. It's a type of flower, and aster means star. Tell me, do you think that these little dandelions look like stars? And there's another little bee working his magic on that little dandelion right there. Now, the dandelion got its name because of the shape of its leaves. Its leaves have a sort of, I'm going to dig down in here and see if I can find amongst this gillflower here, if I can find a dandelion leaf. Oh, here's one. Right there. And if you'd see, it almost looks like sharp little teeth. You see that? So that's how the dandelion got its name. It was given a French name that means lion's tooth. So there you go. Now, these dandelions have an incredible root system. Where are the roots? Above the ground or under the ground? That's right, they are under the ground. So these roots, their dandelion roots spread very, very far. That is why they are so difficult to pull out of the ground and to get rid of. And dandelion seeds, when the dandelion goes to seed, you know those wonderful puffy flowers that you love to blow, the wishing ones? Make your wish come true when you blow it. Well, those little seeds are like tiny little parachutes. And they can fly for as much as 5 miles. Here's one right here. We're going to take a close look at that one. Oh, look at all those tiny seed heads. They're just hanging on, waiting for a good wind or a little boy or a little girl to come along and give it a pick and give it a blow. So I'm going to call on Professor Emily. Professor Emily is way over there, coming towards us. We are going to watch her make a wish on one of those dandelions. So Emily, let's see which way is the wind blowing. You feel it? All right, can you come a little closer? Emily, what have you got in your basket?
Dandelions.
You have the whole dandelion? Did you pick a whole thing, or what part of the dandelion did you pick?
The top.
Just the heads. And what are we going to use those for?
Making hot dandelion honey.
Yes, and also dandelion scones. I'm very excited about that. All right, give it a whirl. Let's see which direction these beautiful little seeds are going to blow. Oh, whoa, that was so fast. Oh, there they go. And Emily and my wish is for this nasty old coronavirus to go away, right? So let's hope our wish comes true. All right, Emily, say bye-bye to everybody.
Bye-bye.